free from fear and finally speak your truth with confidence. In this video, I'm sharing how aligning your authentic voice not only empowers you, but magnetizes the love and connections you truly deserve. It's time to stop holding back and start living in your truth. Let's do this together. Speaking your truth with confidence is a powerful key in aligning with the love you seek because it connects directly to authenticity, self-worth, and energetic alignment. Here are 6 ways that it relates to attracting and sustaining healthy and aligned relationships. So, before I get started with that, I'm going to share just a little bit in that why this is so important to me. And so for me, I was with a partner for 20 years that when I spoke my truth, and typically I try to speak it with love, but I am I am a no nonsense person. I don't sugarcoat things. I say what I mean what I say. And so that was, he felt like that was an attack on him. And so it caused me to shut down with speaking my truth. And so I realized that once I got out of that relationship, once that relationship ended after 20 years, I realized that that was something that I needed to adjust because I didn't want to be in another relationship where, somebody feels threatened because I speak my truth. He felt like it was an attack on him and he would shut down and it would cause a lot of havoc and a lot of drama in our lives. And so, I shut down and so I didn't speak my truth. So that is one of the reasons why I'm bringing this forward, and I feel like it's important to share because I know that there are people out there watching me that have dealt with these things or are still dealing with them. And so I felt like, I should come on and talk about it and share, these things and also a part of my experiences with them. So the first thing is authenticity attracts aligned love. So when you express your truth unapologetically, you show the world and potential partners who you really are. And so with my current relationship, I spoke my truth immediately. I mean, he knew immediately because I felt like I had healed to the point, through this where I knew that, if you don't speak your truth, if you don't speak your truth unapologetically and authentically, then you can't expect to have the same. Hello, how are you? I am outside of Seattle. So this authenticity creates a magnetic energy and naturally draws people who resonate with your true self. And that's something that I know. Because an example of that would be instead of dimming your light to fit someone else's expectations, you stand in your truth. You make space for a partner who values and celebrates you for who you are. And this is definitely, definitely what I did. I speak my truth. Where are you from? I speak my truth and, I share and I say what I mean and I mean what I say. It took me some time to actually get to that point because, after so many years, you get conditioned to, the way that you are, and you get conditioned to hiding and to dimming your light. Um, the second thing is confidence. Confidence sets healthy boundaries. Speaking your truth helps establish clear boundaries, showing others how to treat you while ensuring that you remain in alignment with your values. And so when you speak your truth, it sets up the boundaries for you because people know how to treat you. It causes an energetic shift when you confidently state your needs. You elevate your vibration and you signal that you're worthy of love that honors your needs. And so that actually puts you in the place where you're going to be able to get your needs met because you have honored that and you've set those boundaries, and the person knows as well. And this sets it up so that in the future you don't have to go trying to change this and trying to figure it out because you have you set the tone for the relationship and you've set the boundaries and the things that you are going to, you're going to deal with. A practical example of this is if you say, I value honesty and open communication, so I need a partner who shares those values. So if you want people to communicate with you and you want open communication, then you have to be that. And that is exactly, where we are with, becoming aligned to the love that we seek, because that is the series that this is about. So confidence sets healthy boundaries. Number 3, releasing fear and shame. So fear of judgment and rejection can block your ability to fully express yourself. Clearing these fears frees up your energy to attract the love you desire. So something that you could do is explore where you learned to silence your voice. It could have been your family. It could have been past relationships. For me, it was both. My family and past relationships, because I said in a previous video that, I used to get punished by them telling me to go in my room and be quiet because I liked to talk as a child. And so I think about it now, those are things that, that got embedded in me, that, what, my voice wasn't important. That was what that signaled to me. And that's how I looked at it. My 4-year-old self looked at it like, my voice isn't important. Everybody else's voice is important, but mine isn't. Nobody cares what I say. And so these things set up these neural pathways. They set them up. They set them up, and then, you go and you attract the same type of thing. Whereas my ex-husband, he didn't, do it in that way, but he did do it in a way where when I spoke, he felt like it was an attack on him, regardless of what it was. He always felt like if we were having a deep conversation, he felt like it was an attack on him. So when you start to realize where they came from, and then you begin to release those blocks, you can do it through affirmations. You can do it through inner child healing. There are so many ways that you can do this, but affirmations are absolutely very, very, very good things. Mirror work is another thing that can help this, because when you begin to realize, like for me, I would just get in the mirror and just talk, and say things. And that was one of the things that helped me to get free from this, because that is something to live with. And so many people do. And then you carry it into relationships. And so your affirmation could be, my truth is worthy of being heard, honored, and respected. And so that's one of the things that you could say to yourself in the mirror. My truth as being worthy of being worthy, honored, and respected. Those are things. Number 4 is aligning to self-love and self-respect. So speaking your truth reflects deep self-respect and self-love. So the thing is when you don't speak your truth, what does that mean to you? Does that mean that you don't love yourself? Think about that. It reinforces your feelings, your desires, and your experiences are valid. And so sometimes that is how we feel as well, because I can say that I did not feel validated when they treated me like that. Now, my grandparents did not treat me like that. They loved everything I said and did. And I think they probably were patient, because they were older. And they weren't even that old, y'all. But they were patient. And I didn't get that feeling that I wasn't worthy. And there were times when I would get that feeling as a child, because when people told me to be quiet, and I wanted to talk, I felt like, okay, so my voice is not valid enough and nobody cares what I feel. And those things actually trigger you as you get older. They trigger you, y'all. They do. I don't care what you say. When you start to really dive in and you start to go within and you start to journal, you get your journal. I have my journal and I sit down with it some days, and I'll take one of these things and I'll just unpack it. And that's something that really is helpful, because a lot of times you don't even know. You do not know that this is going on in your mind, And so you think about it energetically. The more you love and respect yourself, the more you're energetically aligned with a partner who will do the same. Because if you don't respect yourself, how can you expect somebody else to respect you? Aretha Franklin, I think, sang it. Yeah. If you don't respect yourself, ain't nobody gonna give a good cahoots. Nah, whoa. Respect yourself. She said that thing in that song. Respect yourself. So when you begin to respect yourself and you start to speak your truth. And the thing of it is regardless of what it is, it's your truth. your truth. It's nobody else's truth. It's yours. But we have all been put here for that purpose. Speak your truth. Speak with love. Speak your truth. Something that you can do is celebrate small wins every time you speak your truth, even if it feels uncomfortable. And for me, that has been a journey and a half. It's been a journey. Because one thing about this journey, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And once you realize that, and you realize that maybe things are not going to happen in 20 seconds, maybe you're not going to put it in the microwave in a minute, it's bing, it's going to be ready. These are things you have to consider and think about. Another thing is number 5 is fostering honest communications in relationships. And so the thing is when you speak your truth, when you lead with authenticity, you set the tone for open and honest communications in your relationships. Because what I heard is so many people lie in relationships, and you can see that by watching different shows, because they reflect us a lot of times. But you can see that. I watched one show, everybody in the show lied. Every time somebody asked them a question, they would just lie. And then somebody else would ask another question and they would just lie. And it just went on and on and on. And if you do this in relationship, then that's what you're setting up, is a relationship built on lies and dishonest communication. Because when you're open and you have honest communication in your relationship, it creates deeper intimacy and understanding. I'm telling you, when you have open communication, my husband tells his brother, he said, my wife and I, we talk about everything, and we do. We talk about everything. Sometimes I have been afraid to share some things with him, but he is such an open and honest person, and he also is so non-judgmental, just like I am. And I think that's one of the things that brought us together, because we didn't judge each other for our past. And many people do that. Even a lot of times you'll say that you're not judging people for their past, but you do. So when you sit down and you realize that you're doing that, and you start to make those shifts, you start to, practice being vulnerable, and sharing vulnerable truths with people that you trust, as a way to strengthen your confidence in future romantic situations. And so if you have a good friend that you can share these things that you trust, and you trust that, they'll keep it between themselves, and, and they'll help you to begin to learn how to be vulnerable and share yourself. Because when you're in a relationship, you need to do that. That person needs to be your best friend. My husband is my best friend. He is a person that I can share everything with. And it's taken me some time to actually get to the point where I realized that I could do that. Just because of the prior relationship. And he and I have the same type of things. We were both married to narcissists, and, and people that, try to beat our spirit down. That's what I call it. And so we are very conscious of that. And so in that, we definitely use honest communication. And we share that with other couples because we know that's important. Another thing in that same vein is not having exit talk. When you have exit, when you start the relationship talking about exit talk, okay, what exit talk is, if you do this, then I'm out of here. If you don't do this, then I'm out of here. Always creating conditions for exiting a relationship. So how are you going to maintain a good relationship if you're always considering how to exit? And so number 6 is embodying feminine energy and speaking your truth. So confidence in speaking your truth doesn't have to be aggressive. It can be soft yet firm, rooted in love and grounded in knowing. And that is something that, many women don't know how to do. Men can do this as well. Men do this as well. We both have feminine and masculine energies. And when we realize and see how to balance those, that's when our relationships work best. Because sometimes there are times when you have to be in a masculine energy, and there are times when you need to be in a feminine energy. But when you start to learn and recognize the difference, and you start learning and recognizing that, When you speak your truth, you don't have to, like I tell people, I said, I don't have to speak it like an angry black woman. That is the stereotype. I can be soft, and I can just share my heart. And I'm so grateful that, I have a partner now that I can do that. But why do I have this partner? Because I energetically aligned. I got in the space. I started being more vulnerable. I started really focusing on speaking my truth. A practice you can do is begin a conversation. Center yourself and breath work and set the intention to speak from a place of love and alignment. Okay? So I'm going to share some mantras to support speaking your truth with confidence. Feel free to create mantras that feel good to you, or you can use some of these, but definitely set yourself up with some mantras, with some affirmations that will help you in this area so that you can begin to speak your truth, and it can help you to get in energetic alignment with the person that God has for you, or the people. You might be polyamorous. I'm not judging at all. Whatever makes you feel happy and whatever makes you feel good. So some mantras to support speaking your truth with confidence. I am safe to express my true self. I am safe to express my true self. That one means a lot to me because those are things that I say to myself pretty much every day. Now, I don't even say all of that. I say I am safe. But you can say, I am safe to express my true self. My voice is powerful and aligned with love. Another wonderful one that I love. My voice is powerful and aligned with love. My voice is confident. I am worthy of being seen, heard, and valued. I am worthy of being seen, heard, and valued. Doesn't get any better than that. Doesn't get any better than that. I am worthy of being seen, heard, and valued. So that's all I have for you today. I appreciate y'all for checking me out. If you are not subscribed, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that you share this video out with people that you know are looking to align to love, because everybody knows somebody that is looking for somebody, because I don't care what anybody says, we all want love. Now, we all might want it in different ways, and that's okay because we're all different. But we're all looking for love, and I am here to help people to shift into alignment so that you can begin to attract love and stop chasing. And this today was about speaking your truth. Speaking your truth. And allowing yourself to be in alignment in that way so that when your person comes, you'll recognize them. Because I'm going to tell you, when my husband showed up for me, I knew that he was my husband. The very day that the very first date, I kind of sort of had a feeling before, but the very first date I was sure of it. And so, to be in that space is where I want all of you to be. If you are looking, if you're trying to get, your soulmate, you're trying to attract love, trying to get your specific person or whatever that is, let's get in alignment. Let's learn how to speak our truth, and let's begin to be in a place where we are becoming the love that we are seeking, and that will attract that love, because you will mirror that to that person who is your mirror. Right? So enough about that. We'll talk about that on another video. Make sure that you are going in the description and checking out my links for Amazon. I am an affiliate. I would love it if you would help us, a budding creator, out. And also check out my Stand Store, which is my website where I have all kinds of free resources and products. I'm adding more daily. Matter of fact, I'm adding another meditation in there because I'm getting ready to create that once I'm off here. But I'm adding more stuff in there for you. Lots of free resources, some paid ones as well. So I appreciate if you would check that out. I do have a session that I do, a phone session, and it is It's cheap. It's $55 for 30 minutes. So that's something that you can do if you would like to have that. Check out the Stand Store. And then also follow me on TikTok at Intuitive Tammy, and also on Favorited and Clapper and Fanbase. I'm Intuitive Tammy across the board, except for on Instagram is 56, Intuitive Tammy 56, but I don't do that Instagram anyway. So just so that you're with me, I appreciate you and I thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. You know, you don't know, it means the world to me, for you to be here helping a budding creator monetize on this platform. So again, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for the likes. If you like this video, I appreciate it. Show YouTube that it is valuable. So again, know that you are valuable, that you are worthy of being seen, heard, and valued, and that your voice is powerful and aligned with love, and that it is safe for you to express your true self. Have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night, weekend, whenever you're catching this. I'm signing off. This is Tammy with the $1 Billion Voice. Bye now.